I am back. Rapid has gone to get some nice rest. He is going to need it as well because he is going to have an incredibly busy weekend this weekend with Corrupted Cup. Hopefully he's going to have lots of fun as well. But that does not stop us from having our own fun from here in the comfort of our own home. As well, of our own homes, depending on obviously where you're watching from. Let's have a quick look at the second matchup we're going to be watching here. It is going to be Red versus NaS. Now, Red, historically, they've done pretty well in the STPL, not as well as NaS have, but as you can see from the head-to-head stats in the 2 times they've met so far, and this is 2 times over 18 months as well. That's how I wouldn't say unlucky, but unlucky we got, I guess, because it meant they were only in the same group twice. So, and thinking about it, every group was always round robin, so you would only ever play each other once unless you met each other in the playoffs. And Red and NaS didn't make the playoffs at the same time, so we're going to see another chance to see both of these teams fighting off. Obviously, you can see from the stats that historically NaS have done a little bit better, but they're both tied entirely in round 2. They're on 1 for 1. I think they're actually on 4 for 4 as well. So this is going to be the tiebreaker between them to see who is going to go a little bit higher in the table and who is going to drop a little bit as well. Let's have a look at today's rosters. We're going to start with a PvP, so the PvP curse continues as we're going to have Horitos versus Sugo on New Tornado. Now that should actually be very, very fun. We're going to have a PvT between LML and Terra on Blitz X. We're then going to have a PvZ between Eriador and Eon Zerg. That is 100%. Now, I'm hoping this still works. Wait, where is it? Yeah, like key match for me, this is it. Like, I know a lot of people will be like, well, Eriador, like, he's been around forever. Is he really going to stand a chance up against Eon Zerg, the current best foreign Zerg? But I think he can. And you know what? I'm incredibly excited to see that game. And then we're going to have game number 4 between Warrior and Dragon. Now, looking at those rosters, you have to say without a doubt that NaS's roster are a lot stronger. But anything can happen in the STPL depending on what team prepares the best, and this is why I love team leagues as well, because you can get upsets based on preparation, and Red have always shown some amazing games, so do not count them out just yet, even though NaS have 4 of the best foreign players on their team. But we're going to have a look at our first 2 players here. It's going to be a return here for Horitos. Horitos has played a lot of games so far in the STPL. We just saw the game in the highlights of him getting nuked by Radley. We have a Doom Slayer. That is true. Warrior, you are a pro at Doom. Like, I don't know how you play that game so well, but it's really cool to see you there. Warrior, of course, if you don't know him, he is the captain of Red, and he is a really all-around awesome guy, so shout-outs to him. But Horitos has done historically quite well in the STPL, 37% win rate, doesn't look too high, but then when you look at the players he's played against Radley twice, he played against Dragon, he's 0 for 2 against Radley, so Radley's definitely had the better engagements in those games, but I mean, Horitos is a really cool player, always fun to watch his games. His opponent is going to be Sugo. I actually got a chance to see Sugo, not in person, but in person if you understand what I mean, because I never catch his stream because it's always on when I'm asleep, and he was casting in the Africa TV LA land, so it was really cool to get to see him, hear some of his insight on the game as well. He's a really cool guy. Looking forward to seeing this. He does have a 61% win rate against everyone, and he's actually 6 wins, 1 loss against Protoss. So at least statistically, Horitos could have a little bit of trouble here. As we get into map number 1, it is going to be on New Tornado. Now, New Tornado, not the most unstandard map. There's not really too much crazy going on here. You may have seen it in the PvP a little bit earlier, but it should be the TVT a little bit earlier between Medina and Reina. It should be really fun in PvP actually, so I'm looking forward to just getting into the game. So let's start us off here. It's going to be Horitos versus... Man, I've just gone through the players. Horitos versus Sugo on New Tornado. Okay, starting us over here on the left hand side, it is the yellow Protoss fighting for NaS. It's Sugo. And his opponent spawning up here in the 12 o'clock position. We do have the white, the kind of off-white Protoss fighting for red. It's Horitos. Now I'd just like to say, Tank Girl, thank you for saying that. I'm not 100% sure if that's true, but if you believe that, I am very, very thankful, because one of the things I've always tried to put my absolute best work into is the production of STPL. And if people are enjoying it, if people think it's good, then that means a hell of a lot to me. So thank you so much. If you do want to shower me go a little bit more, you can post on the TL forums as well. And I will be happy to read those comments. Okay, so last PvP we saw, we had mirror builds. Let's see if we're going to have mirror builds again. It looks like we are. We've got Gateway first for both players, not really that surprising. And both of them going to Scout. Now Sugo is checking for proxies down here. Maybe a little bit unsure of whether Horitos is going to proxy him. One thing I do want to say is last week I put a rule in a rule in saying please do not pick colors that are close to each other. And we've got white versus yellow, which on the minimap is quite possibly my hardest ones to distinguish. So I'm just throwing out ahead of time. If I miss something like a drop on the minimap, please do forgive me. Obviously when it's just me solo casting as well, it's a little bit more difficult, but we'll get there. Luckily enough, I have all of you wonderful folks in chat to keep me company, and I can rest soundly knowing that Rapid is finally getting some rest as well. So Sugo still checking around, just seeing if he can find anything untowards. We do have 2 gateways coming up for both players, so still mirror builds. I swear PvP, as I said before in the previous series, it's like the Protoss players are linked to the color, and they just kind of telepathically say let's go for exactly the same builds. Now, it looks like Horitos opted to go for his gas before his second gateway, so that is going to give him the gas advantage early on. But when neither player really has their cyber core up yet, the gas isn't too impactful, so... Players troll me. That is true, but at the end of the day they're only hurting me the cost of their own game. And I don't want to turn into like Casper Kicks and go like super anal with all the rules, but if people keep breaking it, man, I'm going to have to be super anal, start taking points away for people picking bad colors. But then the trouble is I can't really punish people for this, because I'd have to punish both of them and it wouldn't necessarily be fair. But I mean, both of them should know not to pick similar colors to each other, so that should be fine. But looking here, we do have Zealot on Zealot action on the ramp. Horitos is getting able to defend his ramp, but for some reason he's pulling back further up. He wants to get a bit of concave, but it just means he's taking more and more damage. And Sugo is doing a really good job microing this. His Zealots too are really damaged, way back at the back. And the trouble is Horitos isn't going to see this. He's going to lose one of his Zealots there. His Zealots are both nearly dead as well. Now we do have 2 Zealots coming in to defend this. Sugo moving in with a healthy Zealot again. Sugo's micro of this engagement has been incredible. He gets 2 Zealots into the main. He's going to scout absolutely everything that's going on. And Sugo is in a wonderful position now. He's actually up 2 probes as well. Sugo is killing it this game so far. But now Sugo does lose his extra Zealots, but he has been able to go into Dragoons faster, which as the game goes on a little bit longer is going to favor him. Horitos is going to be forced to send another probe out to go and do some scouting, because he has absolutely no idea what's going on back at Sugo's base. And he's going to be a little bit late into the Dragoon count. It's almost like he's saving up to go for a Nexus here, but that would be a really... Oh no, there we go, Robo coming up. So we're not going to see a Nexus. That would be incredibly greedy, especially after losing so many Zealots. But at least Haratas is going to scout the number of Dragoons, so he should be able to discern the number of gateways now as well. So he's going to pull up his ramp. Oh, he's actually still laying on Zealots. That's a bit of a mistake, but he was trying to save up for this Robo. So we'll have to see if this tech can do what he needs. And that's a really good idea, SCP. Thing is, like, I think it comes down to the person as well. Like, we had a dark blue versus sky blue game earlier, and I thought it was perfectly fine. Like, I could discern it really well on the minimap, but I know there were some people that are having trouble. I think it all comes down to, like, personal, not preference as such, but I think some people have more trouble seeing certain colors than others. Or at least seeing the difference between colors. I mean, obviously, you've got people who are colorblind, and it really sucks for them if it's the wrong colors. But like white and yellow, I know for some people is perfectly fine. So I'm mainly complaining for myself. But yeah, I mean, like black versus gray is fine for me as well. It's just for some reason white versus yellow is really... I think it's mainly because there's Protoss. Like Protoss white versus yellow. Like look how similar the Dragoons are. Okay, looking at the actual Dragoons is a lot better, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about this minimap color. Okay, so we've got a observatory back here for Haratas. Haratas did use his extra money to get that Robo. Both players have got into an OBS, but we do have a support bay coming up for Sugo, so even though the supplies are very similar, Sugo has actually managed to eke out a Nexus in this, and he's also got 5 additional probes, so Sugo is definitely in a great position. We have managed to break past the 5-minute or the 6-minute curse even, so luckily enough, or unfortunately even, you won't be able to use your emotes if you're subbed, but we've broke it, we have made it through, and we're here in the 7-minute mark of this game. Haratas is actually pushing forward. He's making use of the fact he's been building more units to try and break through Sugo. But look at this, Sugo taking the high ground, and Haratas unable to get in with his Zealots. Going to cause a lot of trouble here. And look at this, he breaks up. Sugo needs to be careful, because if Sugo loses all these units, all of a sudden this Nexus is going to go down. Now we do have a lot of Zealots here for Haratas, which aren't the best units against Dragoons, but when you can't micro them back any further, maybe Haratas can make something happen. He's going to try and take down this pylon. But I almost feel like he should just push forward. Oh no, the Reaver come out. Oh boy, the Reaver is going to put an end to this very quickly. Zealot's taking a huge amount of damage, losing 1. And Haratas is going to have to return home with the understanding that he's actually super far behind right now. Now I'd just like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, both Liquipedia for sponsoring us with the $500 initial prize pool for Season 2. That's a third of the overall prize pool from Season 1, which is absolutely incredible, so massive shout outs to them. They're still looking for a lot of writers for Brood War. Liquipedia started with Brood War, and we certainly don't want it, we don't want the Brood War Liquipedia ending because people aren't contributing. So if you can, and you want to update things, there's a lot of tournaments that need help updating the Liquipedia. If you want to help update the STPL one, join the STPL Discord, and I will hook you up with the channel with a couple of other people that are helping out as well. And our other sponsor, Maturino, have donated 250 cents codes. So just while we're waiting for something to happen in the game, I'm going to spam this link. If you go to this Maturino link and put the code in that is going to be listed in the chat, then you can donate 50 cents to the prize pool completely free. You don't need to put any information in whatsoever, and you can sign in with your Twitch account. It is all majorly above board. But here we go. Sugo is going to be coming in from the high ground. Haratas not in the best location, but he is going to try and do his best. There's going to be 2 Reavers though, and that's the big scary problem here for Haratas. He just doesn't have the army that can break through what Sugo has. Now Sugo is going to see exactly what's going on. We don't have an observer up here for Horatos, unfortunately. Where is Horatos' observer, actually? I think he must have lost it somehow. Yeah, I guess he must have flown it over. Oh no, it's back here. So he really does need this with his army, because then he could at least see what Sugo was doing. But Sugo's going to push around through this high ground pod now, and we could see a big engagement heading up towards Horatos' natural. Horatos coming in with his Reaver, trying to do his best, but needs to be careful, because this game is on an absolute knife edge. And hello, Mr. Zero, welcome. I understand the BSL's on a break this week for Corrupted Cup, so hopefully you're going to go have fun as well, because I think you're doing the Polish stream, aren't you, for Corrupted Cup? So if you do understand Polish, or you want to support Zero, do tune into his stream over the weekend, and I'm sure he'll pop up on Rapid Stream as well, who's going to be casting the event in English too, so that should be a lot of fun. It's a shame I can't go, but it's at a really awful time of the year for me. So here we go. Looks like we are going to have a bit of engagement in the middle of the map. Sugo pushing forward. The Reaver's going to get amazing shots here, but a lot of them actually being eaten up by the Zealots. But look at this. I mean, Horatos isn't able to get any damage, but Sugo, he's taking a really bad engagement here. But the Reavers, they're doing so much damage, but the double Reaver from Horatos trading so well. Horatos getting a miracle engagement there, a perfect concave. And all of a sudden, Sugo has no Reavers. Shuttle speed isn't done for Horatos, so he can't go and do any crazy kind of engagement here or anything. Go for a drop in the main, but what an incredible fight by Horatos. It's exactly what he needed. And look at this. He's going to... Okay, he's not going to drop the Reavers on the high ground. He's just going to push up with the Dragoons. And suddenly... Horatos is in a good spot, but Sugo is coming in for the flank. He's going to see if he can pick off this Reaver shot. If he can, this would be massive. Now, Horatos doesn't actually have that many units, and the Reavers are in a very... Oh, no, the Sugo coming in from behind. The shuttle could go down. Horatos is throwing all his army. The shuttle goes down, and the Reavers are probably soon to follow, but they are slightly on the high ground, so managing to stay alive here. And he's trading exceptionally well. Oh my god, the Reaver on like 1 health, surviving like 10 Dragoon shots there, getting a lot better of a trade than what he thought he would do. But still, Sugo is in a lead. He's got a supply lead. His probe count is a lot higher, and he already has his Reavers getting ready to go in for another engagement. And Rapid, you just missed him. He was here, but he is pretty exhausted after 2 days, or 3 days really, of staying up super late casting. So he has gone to bed, get some nice sleep as well, because he needs to get ready for the Corrupted Cup as well. I think he's flying out on Wednesday, or it's Thursday for him, but he flies out before the STPL ends. So he'll be back for more STPL in a couple of weeks. There will be a break from STPL casting next week. I've given the players a week break for Corrupted Cup, because there's actually a good number of players from multiple teams heading out to Russia this weekend. So there'll be no casts next week. Maybe I'll see if I can get some show matches going or something, just to keep the channel with stuff to watch. Yeah, Sugo is doing a really good job. Like, I know people meme on Sugo saying he works super hard and he never has time to play or whatever, or maybe that's just me, but Sugo is really strong right now. He is arguably one of, or without doubt actually, one of the strongest Protoss in NA. I used to think that Dragon was by far the best, but Sugo is really showing how good he's gotten. Like, Sugo is really powerful, especially in PvP. Like, he's done an incredible job in the STPL against some incredibly good players. And this game as well, he always seems to be one step ahead of what Horatos is trying to do. And that all comes down to the initial engagement with the Zealots. He got perfect information. He teched up quicker. He pushed in. He forced Horatos back. And now he's just running away with the game, but Horatos is doing a really good job to keep up here. He's doing everything he can, but we've got Storm out soon for Sugo. And oh my god, the Reaver shuttle is so bad of a position here, and the Storms come down. This could be it. Storms going down on top of the Reavers. One of the Reavers goes down. The rest of Horatos' units are going down as well. And Sugo has done a fantastic job here and takes an absolutely overwhelming victory in that battle, and Horitos now is going to have a real struggle in this game. Now he's going to stay in because it's not over yet. The naturals on this map actually have 2,000 minerals at them, so as long as you control your natural, you're going to be mining there for a very long time. But it's whether or not he can actually survive against what Sugo is sending towards him. You can see he's going to pull his Dragoons back, try and mount a final defense. There is only, or there's no storms left, but there is there's only a Reaver in the shuttle, but that's more than enough. Looks like we've got another High Templar coming in. Does have one storm. But the trouble is, Horitos doesn't have cannons. He doesn't have anything else back at home. There is a shuttle, but there's no Reaver in it. And just look at this. Sugo is breaking his way through. There's absolutely nothing that Horitos can do about this. Sugo is doubling him in supply. GG. Horitos taps out. And Sugo takes game number 1. So that was a really, really sick game by Sugo. Sugo, once again, he was on 327 APM. That's crazy. So, really well played by Sugo. Horitos did a good job as well. He had some amazing engagements. He almost had, well, he did have a miracle engagement in the map as well, but unfortunately, Sugo's macro a little bit too strong. We are going to be heading into game number 2 when we get back after this short break. Don't go anywhere, guys. You won't want to miss this. It's going to be LML versus Terra. Neo Arkanoid also makes its appearance in STPL Season 2, a map from 2006. It's from the OGN Star League from back then, one of the early OSLs. And it's a semi-island map. I think one of the first of its kind that got major use after about the year 2004. It's one of a kind. I don't think I've ever seen another map like it. There's temples and power generators absolutely everywhere, making it very difficult to get through the middle of the map. But air units, of course, going to be very important here. The one problem all 3 races are going to have is the very easy to take second and third bases. They both have gas, but they are blocked by those chrysalises, so it makes it important to build a few aggressive units early on in order to get that second and third gas as soon as you can. Important thing to note, if you do open up that center, the rush distance is very small. Okay guys, I am back for some more STPL action. You just saw my wonderful cat who is asleep behind me currently, being all cute. That's one of the nice things I made for the intermissions and stuff. That was a Dreamcast, a SNES Mini, and an N64 and a Mega... Wait, I don't think I had my Mega Drive Mini then. I can't remember. But I need to get a new TV cabinet, and that's all going to move soon. So hopefully, by the end of next year, even my desk is going to be in a slightly different position. So where the TV is now, I'm pointing and you can't see it over there. That's where my desk is going to be. So, okay, we're going to head into game number 2. It's going to be a TVP between Terra and LML. Let's introduce LML first. This is going to be not his debut match, but he's not played that many games in the STPL so far. I'm not really too sure of his overall skill level. He's 50-50. He played a really good PvZ against Art of Turtle, but did get taken down by Avi on Multiverse. And his opponent going to be one of the strongest foreign Terran players. It's going to be Terra from Peru. Terra is amazingly good at pretty much all of the matchups. He's ranked 14 in the STPL overall. He's had a really good win rate, 67%. He's 6 wins, 5 losses against Protoss. One of the only recent, well, 2 of his recent losses against Protoss were against DeWalt and Yeti, so that's nothing to be scoffed at. But he beat Haji from White Clan, who's a really, really good Protoss player. So looking forward to seeing how he's going to do here as we get on to map number 2. It's going to be on BlitzX. Now, BlitzX is one of my favorite 2-player maps. The bases are very, very close by air, so drops are going to be super important, super good here as well. But it takes a very long time to push through the middle of the map. Now, in Narsil versus Flymeo, we saw Narsil go for a proxy. Unfortunately, it didn't do much, and Flymeo won with a couple of dropships. So hopefully we'll have a little bit more of an exciting game here. But obviously against Terra, LML is going to be up against a very tough opponent. So let's see if he can hold on against the Peruvian powerhouse in Terra as we get into game number 2. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we do have, in the wonderfully magenta-coloured Terran, it is Terra fighting for NaS. And his opponent spawning here in the top right-hand corner is our Peach Protoss fighting for red. It's LML. Now, TVP is without a doubt my favorite non-mirror matchup. My favorite mirror matchup is Terran versus Terran. I am, of course, biased because I am a Terran player. But I must admit, over the thinking about it, I started casting the STPL around 18 months ago, yeah. So, well, technically in 2015, but that one didn't last very long. We don't talk about that one. We have brought it up a few times, but essentially, I've come to love PvP and ZVZ as well. They do have their own quirks. TVT, definitely my favorite, but TVP has definitely had the most interesting games, I would say, throughout the STPL. ZVP is really, really good, don't get me wrong, but there's something about TVP that really brings out the interesting strategies, because ZVP, there's so many games that just end in all-ins, and that doesn't really happen in TVP in the STPL, because most of the Terrans are actually just really good. So, unlike me when I play ladder, and I come across like this random 1600 Protoss guy who cheeses me and I lose, like, Terra's not going to die to anything like that, so usually the games are a little bit longer. Whereas in CVP, like a Hydra Bust, it doesn't matter how good you are, you'll still lose to it. So, that's the CVP for you, but Terra building his buildings. Admittedly, this on its own is tight. He also adds this as well, but it's going to make building factories a little bit later harder, because if we actually take a look at this map, obviously this is the first time that many of you may have seen it. The main is actually a really weird shape, so you can see that the CC is very close to the ramp. There's not much room here for anything. You can maybe fit like 2 or 3 factories, I think, in this gap, but the main bulk of your buildable area is up here. LML saying the magenta's harsh on the eyes. Well, luckily enough for him, he's not actually looking at it, but yeah, it's only 2 factories, sorry. LML is going to have the same problem, but building gateways up here is a lot easier, because obviously you just build your pylons, but we've got the first Zealot on the way. It's not really going to do too much, I don't think. Terra already ready with an SCV on his ramp. This helps block the Zealot from getting in immediately, but oh, he gets up, he's going to hit the Marines. Terra, oh, he's going to lose a Marine. Oh, he loses a Marine. LML already doing a ton of damage. Oh my god. Oh, wow. He was 1 hit away from killing that final Marine, and the second Zealot is coming in. LML is in a perfect position to do a ton of damage. Terra is adding on some more Marines, but it's not going to come up quick enough. Now, you can see he's already pulling back. He's going to go back to his wall. But what happens now is he can't defend his SCVs, so the SCV is going to start taking some damage. And there's already a third Zealot on the way. Look at this, making use of this small gap here to get through the middle of the map. But here we go. Zealot in the mineral line. The Marines have done a pretty good job. Can he get a second SCV? No, he can't. And the Vulture's finished. So this Zealot's going to head on back. Now, one thing to note about the way this map works, only small units can get through here. So that means Zealots, Marines, Medics, Firebats, Ghosts, and Zerglings, and I think Hydralisks even can get through there as well. If you want to take bigger units through the middle of the map, you're going to have to take out this X of minerals. It's quite easy to mine this out when you take this base, but obviously that creates a very small rush distance between the bases, so that is why they appear. And when we're looking back here, we've got obviously range coming in. LML is going to take a relatively quick next. It's going to be around 28 supply. Very, very standard off of the opening he went for. He did a little bit of damage. He kind of forced Terra into doing something he didn't want to do, and he forced out more Marines. So that did delay Terra's expansion. So LML, I mean, given all things considered, statistically should be the weaker player here, but he's doing a really good job so far against Terra. And let's see if he can actually get any damage done with this Vulture. There's no mines, I believe, just yet. At least I don't think he... Yeah, so he's not got mines just yet, so... he is going to... I think he forgot mines. That's really uncharacteristic of Terra, but... when you're taking a ton of damage to Zealots, it's quite easy to do. Yeah, Terra actually joined the STPL on SK Alpha. He was on there with DeWalt as well, so SK Alpha at the beginning, I don't think they lost a single game. They went 6-0 in round 1, and then unfortunately I had to kick them out because 619, there was some drama with him. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but the team essentially folded, so... Okay, Robo's done for LML. We should see an observatory coming up fairly soon after this. Going into Robo support bay as well would actually be a good decision, but Terra, pretty good at defending that. We already see the Academy and Armory. Nope. We've actually got a depot and an Academy, and now the Armory. Terra's going to be putting the Armory down here. Yeah, there we go. Academy Armory coming up off of one factory. Off of two factories, sorry. This is very standard. He's going in for a lot of Vultures because he's going to try and put on a little bit of pressure. Now, the big kind of component to this is the fact that the natural is actually very close to this high ground, and if he can get enough mines there, it's going to be very difficult for LML to deal with. We have got past the 6-minute curse, so put away your emotes, guys. But we are going to have 4 gateways, 5 gateways, and an OBS. 6 gateways, sorry. And that's going to be enough units to hold this off, and Terra, who wants to make something happen, could actually find himself in a difficult spot here. Now, we are going to have speed coming in for the Vultures. There's no siege mode, but look at this, the Sim City. Oh my goodness, this could be massive. The mines, oh, the mine drag working in his favor. They're doing a ton of damage to Terra's units, and LML saves himself from a very difficult spot here, but he's still in trouble. There's more mines being laid down, and more of his Dragoons are going down. He should probably pull the probes. But looks like the tanks are finally going to go down. Oh my goodness. He needs... Oh. Sniper probe. Wait, the probe didn't get the kill. Never mind, guys. I got excited, but... yeah, he's going to be able to clean up the mines, and he held. And that's the most important thing, because that was Terra's army. Everything he'd built up until this point was in that push. Allowed him to... or went down even. And LML, despite having really weird SimCity, which caused him a lot of trouble against the tanks, but obviously helped him against the Vultures, managed to keep him in the game. So he is now ahead. He's going to be ahead in supply. Terra is doing a really good job of their CV production, though. Is actually going to be ahead in that. But obviously LML is going to be the one with the initiative in this game, because Terra's tank count was just reset. Okay, so +1 attack on the way here for Terra. He's likely going to go into a starport. You can see here just how close the veins are by air, by the way. This is why drops are so good on this map. Looks like we are going to have LML push out. Oh my goodness. Oh, I always get worried when I see a mine like that. Because, oh, there's an observer with this army. Okay, he's fine. But those mines are going to be super important. Terra is going to move out and take this base in the center. A very good move out for him. It's going to be very difficult for LML to really push into that. So the game is going to kind of slow down a little bit while we see both players get their third bases. And Luminati, SimCity essentially just means building placement. So the way the buildings are laid out, I don't know why it became known as SimCity. I guess it's because it's kind of like city management. But it originated from the Korean casters, and it kind of got ported over into English. So it basically just means the way you design and lay out your base. I guess that's why, because it's kind of like base management. Now, does this block? I think this may actually block tanks from getting out, which is really unfortunate, but we'll have to see if that happens. And this map is a really fun map, I do agree, Cataclysmical. I'm really looking forward to seeing some more games on this map because it can be very back and forth. If you do watch Korean StarCraft, there was actually a tournament this year, earlier on, called the Ajay Star League, so if you can find the VODs for that, it was really, really cool. There was some incredible games on this map, and it's precisely the reason why I brought it back here for STPL, so okay, it doesn't look like it's going to block tanks according to Mind Flayer. Now, we do have the first observer getting... Oh my goodness. The observer goes down. Now, here we go. LML is going to try and push in, but look at this. His units are coming in from multiple angles here. He's going to get on the tanks in the third base, though. There's not much defending the natural here, and he is going to crush his way through. He's doing so much damage. But the tanks sieging in the back should make this a little bit better if LML can get on top of them. If he can dig it down, this will be massive. He's going to be able to get to the natural, trying to shave off some of these Dragoons to get the mines. But unfortunately, it looks like Terra's held for LML. But LML has reset the tank count again. And there's actually Zealots in the mineral line of the third. Terra is taking a ton of damage for this. Mines killing the final Dragoons at the natural. But Terra is taking significant amounts of damage. She's trying to fight with the SCVs now. This is not a position you want to be in. Terra's SCV lead has just plummeted. He's down to 47 SCVs. Let's have a quick look. 4 kills, 5 kills, and 7 kills. And he's going to get... Oh, he's going to clear so many mines. He gets another tank. Ooh, LML is doing so much damage. More and more Zealots flooding through the middle of the map. He is doing an incredible job with this aggression. He's not going to be able to force the lift on this, but his third base mining up in the bottom left. And look at the Zealots pushing through the middle. He's not going to be able to get this Dragoon through, but he's just trying to clear as many of these mines as possible. And Zealots can do that, and there's going to be a DT coming in here as well. If this DT can get on top of the back tanks, he could be in a good spot. He's running past everything. Eats a mine shot. But look at this, the CC. Not forced to lift, but the DT... Kill the other tank before the turret gets done. Kill it. Kill it. I think he's forgotten about it. Oh, no. Wait, the turret's still out of range. Okay, well. I guess DTs are pretty good. So the tank's going to go down. That's another tank that Terra can't really afford to lose because he is only currently on 2 machine shops and he's only producing off of 1 of them. He's going to have a big gas bank. He's going to need to add a ton of tanks here. He does have 2-1 upgrades coming, so that's going to be a big component on how he's going to win this game a little bit later on. But he's taken so much damage, but somehow he is still at a supply lead. I think LML maybe threw a little bit too much away, but we'll have to see what's going to happen. Terra, I thought he was going to sneak a 4th base, but unfortunately LML maybe got a little bit too confident. LML should definitely pull back. He knows that Terra is not going to be pushing for a very, very long time. And LML definitely needs to produce some more probes. He does have his 3 bases pretty well saturated. His main could use a few more. But the Dragoons just essentially need to make sure Terra can't do any damage. One of the things that I've kind of picked up from watching a lot of Terra is he reminds me a lot of Fantasy in terms of like the amount he tries to harass, and usually the harass does a ton of damage as well. Now we are going to see the vultures coming in. They're going to get 1 probe, 2 probes, 3 probes, 4 probes, but the cannons are going to clean everything up. 5 probes have gone down, but that was not worth it for Terra. The supplies are starting to even up again, and if LML can produce more probes off of all of his bases, he is going to be in a really good position. His upgrades not doing amazingly. I don't actually think he has a forge yet, but he does have arbiters coming in, and arbiters with stasis, that's the kind of tools you need to win the game against Terra. Now, where's the arbiter tribunal? Am I blind? Wait, I must be missing something here. Oh, it's here. Okay, I am blind. There we go. So this is Arbiter Energy coming in. I'm not sure if he went for recall or stasis first. I wasn't actually looking for that. But with Arbiters coming in, that's going to make things a little bit better for LML. LML is going to need to make sure his expansions are saturated, though. He needs some more probes, and he essentially just needs to stop Terra from expanding. You can see LML is starting to branch out, taking a 6th base in the middle of the map. Terra is not going to be able to push through the middle. Look at how low Terra's tank count is. We are at 15 minutes. Terra is not maxed, and he only has 10 tanks. This is not, 11 tanks, sorry. This is not a position you want to be in, but can LML deal with the units Terra actually has? He's got no upgrades. 2-1 is about to be finished, I believe. Yeah, there we go. 2-1 just finishing up. And this is the moment Terra is going to try and do some damage, but let's see if he can actually move his units through the map and find some damage, because it's not the easiest thing to do. Now, we do have recall coming in first. This is a bit of a mistake here from LML, I think, but recalling into the main would be massive, but he just needs to deal with this Terran army, because if Terra can push down to this bottom right location, that's 2 dead Protoss bases. And he'll have position over the natural as well, which is something he doesn't want. Now, here we go. We are going to have the units trying to move in. EMP on that first arbiter is massive. Terra doing a ton of damage to these units. A lot of his units actually on siege. The Zealots getting absolutely shredded. The Dragoons getting shredded as well. And I think Terra may have done it with this engagement, with the Dragoons still continuing to push forward, still trying to take on more and more tanks, but now is the moment. LML has to push back. The supplies tell the story here, as LML loses a ton of his units, and somehow Terra gets an amazing engagement here. 2-1 upgrades, absolutely massive. And when you don't have stasis, I mean, having recall is great, but if you don't have any units to make use of it, recall ain't gonna do anything for you. So look at this, Terra pushing in. He's ignoring the bottom right bases for now. He is going for the heartland of the Protoss economy, the buildings. GG. LML taps out, and Terra takes game number 2. So that was actually a really sick game in terms of just explaining or just showing Terrans how to play. Like, Terra took a ton of damage, and it didn't matter because he just macroed up. He kept his SCV count high. His factory count was relatively high as well. He waited until 2-1, he got a maxed army, and he pushed. And you know what? That was enough to take down LML. LML just wasn't prepared for the big push from Terra. That was a big mistake. But LML going 17 minutes against Terra is incredibly impressive. Like, Terra, without a doubt, is one of the top 3 foreign Terrans. So well done to LML. Obviously, that's going to give NaS a 2-0 lead in the series. But if there's one game that I'm looking forward to, it's going to be this one. It's Eon Zerg versus Eriador. It's going to be a PvZ with Eriador playing Protoss. That is Liquid Drone, in case you don't know. And that'll be coming up after this break. See you guys very soon.
Outstanding. Rock and roll.
STPL does. Bio TVP. Wow! You got it. STPL does. Mass Scouts? No problem. Broadcast 3 nights a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2100 CEST. Fantastic casting, fantastic production, fantastic prizes. Only here on the STPL. Did you know Reavers could be this radical? How did these lings even get here? All I know is that's one dead base. STPL does. Wraiths, Valkyries, Carriers, and Corsairs. Forget about it. You won't see that anywhere else. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. DT's doing game-ending damage? Name a more iconic duo. We've even got carriers in PvZ. How amazing! A global team league on the scale you've never seen before. Don't see this in BWCL, STPL does. All that and more, only on this amazing 64-bit STPL. What BWCL don't. Impressed? I know I am. Why not support us on the link below? Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. We're about to head into game number 3 between NaS and Red. Starting us off here for Red, we are going to have Eriador, aka Liquid Drone. I know that I saw Luminati saying in chat you've not heard that name in a decade. Liquid Drone is incredibly active in pretty much all of the like foreign Brood War outlets, I guess, on Discord. So if you do want to listen to some of his sage advice, do join them. He is a really nice guy. He has done a really good job in the STPL playing both Zerg and Protoss, depending on what the situation is. He does not play PvP, and he does not play ZVZ, if I remember rightly. He always does PvZ or ZVP respectively. Eriador with a 52% win rate. He's actually 1 for 2 against Zerg, but that also includes games where he's ZVZ'd as well, so I need to find a better way of actually calculating that, but that's fine. That you guys don't need to know that. And his opponent is going to be fighting for NaS. It's Eon Zerg, STPL rank 6, one of the best foreign players at the moment, definitely within the top 3. His stream is very entertaining. He takes the game very seriously. He's incredibly passionate, and sometimes that passion comes out in funny fits of rage. But Eon Zerg, also known as the coach, the Bane poster as well, he's just killing it. Like, he's got a 78% win ratio. He's 6 for 1 against Protoss, and 2 of those wins were against Bonneth, and both of those wins against Bonneth were within 6 minutes. So usually I would say if we were going into a ZVP with Eon Zerg, the game's going to be quick, but I know with Eriador, and I trust in Eriador, that Eriador somehow always finds a way to make every single PvZ he plays really, really epic. Same with ZVP as well. So I am sure we are going to have a wonderful game as we get in here on Multiverse. Now, obviously, the game is going to differ depending on where the players spawn. So just to explain it, they are spawning in close by air positions, which are usually, I would say, favors the Zerg. But I think in this case, it's going to favor Eriador, because Eriador is very tricky. He does a lot of crazy things. It wouldn't surprise me to see a Dark Archon here. And if he goes Dark Archon and can maelstrom the possible Mutalist coming out of Eon Zerg, that could be the difference between a game win and a game loss. So without any further ado, I would love to take you into game number 3 for Eriador versus Eon Zerg. Okay, starting us off here in the bottom left-hand position, we do have the green Zerg fighting for NaS. It's Eon Zerg. And his opponent spawning down here in the 7 o'clock position. We do have, in the orange, fighting for red, it's Eriador. Now, when I looked at the lineups for today's games, the 2 games I was looking forward to most were Medina versus Reyna, which was an amazing game. And when I saw NaS versus Red, the one game I really wanted to cast, which is why I casted this game on Monday, because I just wanted to see it, was Eriador versus Eon Zerg. Now, I'm really hoping it's going to live up to the hype and it's not going to be a 6-minute game or less, because that can happen. But Eriador plays super defensively. Like, if you think of Eriador, like, he has been around since this game released. He is one of the players that Artosis has said actually taught him how to play the game. He is literally the grandfather of Brood War. He's not actually that old, but genuinely, like, Eriador knows everything. Like, he is the king of maps. He knows pretty much every map as well as I do, which is kind of like, the difference is I know a lot of maps from watching a ton of games on them. Eriador knows a lot of maps from just playing on them. Now, Eriador hasn't played as much as he used to over the past like 5-6 years or so, compared to obviously when he was super busy. But look at this, he's going to block Eon from being able to go out and expand. Now, Eon luckily has gone for an overpull, so he's going to be able to break through the pylon. But this is going to allow the Zealot to get through, so maybe Eriador is going to be the one ending this game pretty quickly. This does. There we go, he's going to cancel it and he's going to build it again. Good luck expanding, Eon Zerg. You can't do anything. And this is one of the things about Multiverse. Like, if you don't know this map, you're not going to be doing this against Zerg. But there we go. Obviously, it's not link tight. That would be completely broken if it was link tight. But it does block the drone. And look how late Eon Zerg's expansion is. And back at home, we have the first, well, we actually have the first Zealot here. It's going to move in and block the Lings from being able to get through. Like, look at this! Eriador's a boss! Like, Eon needs to make some damage happen and he's, okay. He still gets his Lings through because Eon Zerg is the absolute king of Lings. And oh my god, that's really good. I'm going to call him that from now on. King of Lings, pushing forward. This could be a little bit hairy actually, but Eon Zerg, or Eriador even, does manage to snap off one of the Lings, but he's only got a single Zealot against 4 of Eon Zerg. Oh my god, he's trading. How is he trading so well? Eriador. Wow, okay, so the Lings get essentially nothing done. And you can see Eon Zerg thinks there's going to be someone blocking this, so he goes around the middle of the map. That's going to delay the extra Lings getting in, but there's 3 Lings in his base. The cannons are not done, so things are not going perfectly here for Eriador. He is going to have to be incredibly careful. Eon is looking to end the game super quickly, but let's see if our hero Eriador can hold on. If he can hold on, he's going to be in a wonderful position. The cannon goes down, but the micro has been really good so far, snapping off a lot of those Lings, blocking them with the probes. Now Eon continues to add more Lings on, so all of these Lings that he's building, they're not drones. So Eriador, who hasn't lost, I think, any probes, maybe 1 probe so far. If he can hold on here, he is going to be in a great position. But look, the cannon's going to go down again. And the Zealots out in the middle of the map, I mean, they're doing a pretty good job. Oh my god, how... Is this Bonith? Is Bonith just like a assumed direct control over Eriador's Zealots? Look at this! 6 kills on a Zealot early game? That's so good! Man, that's crazy. And as Ruskig pointed out, Eon's only on 8 drones. So there's 8 drones on minerals at least. But I mean, Eriador's not out of the woods yet, but he's not dead. He's building a Nexus. The cannon's gonna go down again. Wait, is he gonna save the cannon? No way does he save the cannon. He's gonna lose his gateway maybe. But there's a cannon now. Ariador holds. He does it. What a perfect hold as well. He barely lost anything. Okay, he cancelled a few cannons. But Eon, I said before, he gets very passionate. He gets tilted so easily. Well, not easily. He gets tilted in the same way that I would, but he's like 10 times better than I am, so I shouldn't really judge. But like, he gets tilted from the smallest things. And not winning with those lings is crazy. Like, anyone else, you would expect that would just kill them. But Ariador has performed a miracle hold. He's getting a second cannon. His Nexus is almost done. Eon Zerg is only up at 18 or 11 drones. The gateway goes down. But already, Ariador is in a great position. He's got a ton of zealots already. He doesn't necessarily need the gateway. He will need to add one on soon. And he doesn't have any additional tech. But he knows that Eon Zerg behind this have been building nothing but lings. He knows there's no chance of a lair coming up because Eon spent all his money. So Ariador is in a wonderful place here. 20 workers, 25 workers even, to 13 now. Eon is in panic mode. He's going to have to pretty much just drone up entirely. Luckily enough, he killed the gateway, so he knows there's not going to be a ton of zealots coming his way. But +1 is now on the way, and Ariador is well in a position to set himself up for a timing attack a little bit later. An additional 2 gateways coming in before the Cybercore. Cybercore coming in now, so he is going to set himself up to do a big +1 timing attack, and Eon is going to have trouble with it. Now this is clever. Eon is going to block out the middle of the map. And the reason why this is clever is because he knows he is in a very dangerous spot. If you do not understand how this map feature works, guys, it's only been used in 3 maps competitively before Multiverse. Essentially, when you kill one of the assimilators, because the assimilator's hitbox, or like I guess its size, is bigger, is smaller even than the Vespene Geyser. So by killing these, when both die, no units can fit through this gap. Oh my god, but Eri knows. Eri's gonna take down the temples. Ariador is so smart. He is a, oh my god, he is I think he's actually a teacher by profession as well. And I wish he could teach me Brood War, because genuinely, I think he's one of the smartest human beings when it comes to Brood War, man. Yeah, the temples are stacked. I think there's a few stacked on top, but if he starts breaking through now, he's still going to be able to hit the same timing attack, because all he's doing is waiting for his +1. So why not just break through? The Robo's coming in. Eon is going to be using his lings. Now, the funny thing about the way this map works is, so you kill one of the assimilators and only small units can get through. You kill both and only ghosts can get through. But you can't do anything to block these temples. Now, it's going to take a very long time for Ariador to break through them, and you do have to kind of deal with it. I think there's actually only 2 temples, because I can't select another one. And he is going to be able to break through those eventually, and he's going to go into shuttles. Now, we do have Corsairs on the way. They're going to give him, obviously, the ability to float over, take out some Overlords. There's no Hydra, or there is a Hydralisk stand, but not a large amount of Hydralisks. And I mean, look at the number of Zealots. This is, I believe, by counting 11 Zealots. My counting isn't great. Okay, there's more than 2 temples, so this is unfortunate. But he's essentially opening himself up a path for later in the game, and that's all he needs to do. Although maybe he's actually just going to opt to wait here. He could obviously shuttle into the main. The Corsair has seen that there's no defenses back here. And look at this, Ariador's going to do it. He's going to elevator into the main. Now, if you don't know what elevatoring is, it's where you essentially... Oh no, the Scourge! Okay, so Eon Zerg knows this is coming, but can he do anything about it? He doesn't actually have many units whatsoever. And there we go. Ariador's going to say, well, you block off the middle. I'm just going to jump over anyway. And what are you going to do about it? It's up to you to defend against this. +1 is done. Okay, this is a little bit unfortunate. He's going to like run into the natural here with a ton of Hydralisks in there. There's no Zealot leg speed. It's almost about to finish. And if leg speed kicks in, he can actually turn around and I think kill all of these Hydras. So, oh my god, he's actually going to... Oh, wow! He's pulled all of the Hydras into the map, and here we go. Speed kicks in. He's got 3 Zealots in the main. He's going to take out a single drone. I think he should focus the Spire. That would be very good. But look at this. If Eonzer goes back, he divides his attention, and the Zealots go back in on the army. Eriador is killing it this game. He is pulling Eonzerg apart. He's up 30 supply, and he's going to get a ton of drone kills here. Oh, really nice drone drilling, though, by Eonzerg. Going to keep those Zealots from doing too much damage, but good focus firing by Eriador. Going to take down some drones. Nearly going to take down this Sunken as well. But looks like Eonzerg's going to hold for now. But look at this. The Zealots are alive in the main again. He's dropped a couple more down, and the Spire is really low on health. Eriador is genuinely a boss. Now, we do have that shot. It looks like it did take a damage from a Scourge, but Eri is almost doubling the worker supply here of Eonzerg. Eonzerg obviously does have a lot of hatcheries, but he's not building out of all of them at the moment. I think he's waiting for his money to come in because his mining was so heavily hindered. Look at this. He's got 2 drones at his natural. He's only got about 8 drones at his main as well. I mean, drops coming in here for Eonzerg, obviously, but there's so many Corsairs that drops are going to be so hard to get to work. And look at this. Eriador's just going to take the island base. Now, there's actually no way to get in here without drops. And look at this. He's going to drop 2 DTs and a Zealot. There's an Overlord here, but he's going to focus down the Spire. And no Spire means no air units, no Scourge, nothing that can contest the Corsairs in the sky. And Eriador is an absolute boss for this game. If Eonzer can win this, it would take a miracle. But if anyone can do it, Eon can. Eon is an incredibly tenacious player. There is a few Scourge left out here from before the Spire died, so he is going to be able to hunt down that shuttle. And this will allow him to see the Nexus as well. So let's see what this drop can do. Scourge going to... Oh my god, he's going to lose another shuttle to the Scourge. No shuttle speed. Ooh, that's a big loss. With the Corsairs coming in, trying to take down some of these Overlords. He knows that Eonzerg will likely want to drop this location. There is the installation gates, but units cannot pass through there. And look at this. Eriador has killed 3 Overlords, a bunch of Scourge, and he's going to get another couple of Overlords in the middle. I'm not really sure why Eonzerg has got these Overlords here. They're not really scouting for anything. Okay, there's some... Oh, okay. He's killing his own gateway to get out of his base. I was going to be like, what the hell is taking damage? But he does miss the Overlord over here. There is a base coming up here in the top middle for Eonzerg, but the base for Eriador completely safe for now. There is no way the Eonzerg is going to be able to drop down here for the time being. There's actually a lot of very, very close to death Overlords. No +1 carapace for air because, of course, the Spire died. Lurker aspect is coming in. But, I mean, Eriador doesn't need to worry about that because how are the Lurkers going to get to his side of the map when he's going to Corsair all of them? Okay, now we finally have the Observatory coming in. The Corsairs coming back in. They're going to see if they can hunt down some of these Overlords. This is a little bit of a dangerous game to be playing, but he is going to go for as many as possible. Does a nice micro on his Corsairs, not losing too many of them. Very, very important. +1 attack is, of course, done. But now the Corsairs are out of position. This is the time when Eonzerg should look to drop this base. But unfortunately, because he has no map vision, because he doesn't have Scourge chasing the Corsairs or anything, he doesn't know if it's safe, and he can't afford to throw away too many units. Now, Eriador back at home, he's building up a large Templar amount. Let's see if he's got Kadarian Amulet. No Kadarian Amulet just yet. That takes up to 250 energy, I think. We'll have to see if that's going to be on the cards. Not just yet, but we've got another 3 Corsairs coming down. Another shuttle just loaded up. This time, another 4 Zealots. Eriador just scouting around with everything before he sends a shuttle out. Now, Eon Zerg is actually starting to prepare better now. He's getting a couple of creep colonies. One's going to be a spore, one is going to be a sunken, because he knows the Eriador. Oh man, this is going to be a big move. He's actually going to be able to drop in the bottom left with a ton of Hydralisks. And this is one dead base. There's nothing Eriador can do about that. Looks like Eriador's actually lost a lot. Oh my god, has he just lost all of his Corsairs? That would be a big, big mistake. Unfortunately, this base is going to go down, and that is a large part of Eriador's economy. And this is the scary thing. You send your Corsairs out on the map, and Eon Zerg will jump in, and he will kill whatever you want. Now, the gas is going to go down to the bottom left. I wonder what that building was. And look at this. While Eriador was trying to deal with this, all of a sudden this Zealot drop wasn't able to do anything, and it's been scouted. So, Eon Zerg should be able to move in with some units. And it looks like Eon Zerg is making the right moves to come back in this game. Now, as I said before, if there's one player that can win from this situation, it's Eon Zerg. But still, do not count Eriador out. Obviously, things have not been going perfectly to him over the last couple of minutes here, but he is going to be able to do a ton of damage up on this top left base if he can get up to the drone line. Looks like he is going to get a couple of drone kills, maybe get a third, but really nice micro here by Eon Zerg to keep his drones alive, only losing 2. Eriador is actually not in a worker lead, and there's actually a big drop going down into the main. Sorry I did miss that, but it looks like a Storm and Zealots did take out most of the drop. And now Eriador regains his supply lead. There's actually a single Hydra in this Overlord. I kind of want to make it drop, but looks like the base over here on the right hand side was cancelled. Eon Zerg making all the right moves. The Lurker in the natural mineral line actually did take out a lot of probes from Eriador there. Sorry. It's really hard to keep up with everything when I'm trying to do everything at once, but we do have Eon Zerg securing this bottom left location, taking the top middle main as well, and things are certainly getting a lot better here for Eon Zerg, because Eon is going to go down to this bottom right base and see if he can do some damage there. We're going to see some additional cannons being added on, and pylons as well, just to make sure that he doesn't lose anything down here. Now the Hydralisks gonna drop out. Interestingly, he chose not to drop and turn them into lurkers. Oh, they're going into the natural. This could be really good. If he drops on this high ground, he can take out this gas. And that looks like what he's gonna do. And a Protoss with only 2 gas. That's somebody Eon Zerg is gonna be perfectly happy with dealing with. Now, obviously there are Zealots here to defend, but they can just pick up in this Overlord, so he does need to be careful. I'm trying to keep an eye on everything that's going on. Hive is on the way. The Hydralisks do get picked up, and they're going to be dropped down on this low ground. Maybe I'll just fly away. I've actually got some gateways coming up in the middle of the map now. Usually, that would be a strange decision to make in ZVP. But look at this. Eon Zerg now is the one that's ready to push through the middle of the map, because he has a ton of lurkers. He's got a ton of Hydralisks. Upgrade-wise, it's 2-1 upgrades against 2-0, so upgrades are going pretty well for Eriador. Interestingly, Eriador is going to be the one to try and break through here. Archons are going to do a very good job against these stacked temples. Oh my god, 6th Sense there. Oh wait, he doesn't have an observer. So he's going to get a Storm down on 3 of those lurkers there. Going to make it very easy to push through. Okay, just whiffing that last Storm. Doesn't get all 3, but really, really nice Storms regardless. Now, is Eon Zerg going to be ready for this? He's got only 1 carapace on his ground. And I mean, Eriador's army is incredibly good this game. Looks like he is going to push forward. No Dark Archon, unfortunately. Good Storm so far. Let's see exactly what he can do. This is a very, very strong Protoss ball. He's up by 30 supply. His economy isn't that great though, but if he can kill Eon Zerg's army here, he's going to be in an incredibly good position. Now it looks like there's not enough Storm here yet, so... Oh my god, that's a juicy Storm. Look at how many dead Hydras there are. Oh, Eriador's Storms are absolutely on point this game, but he does need to be careful. Eon Zerg still has a ton of army. He's coming in from multiple directions now. And all that's left is these Dragoons. Eriador's supply is absolutely plummeting. Another big Storm, though, going down on those Hydralisks. And regardless of who wins this engagement, I can safely say that we do, as this has been a wonderful game so far. But looks like we do have another couple of High Templars still left alive. Looks like the Dragoons will hold on, at least for the time being, but this Archon going to go down to the Lurker Spines. Very unfortunate. One thing that Eriador had trouble with there was killing these Lurkers, but another Storm going down does manage to kill as well. Yep, he kills them now. Okay, there we go. But Eon Zerga's really started to hit his stride now. He's up at 6 bases mining. He doesn't have the top right or the bottom left, but the important thing is neither does Eriador. And look at this, another drop going down over here on this right-hand side. And Eriador just can't secure a 4th base. Now there's a big engagement in the middle. Let's see if Eriador can get the upper hand here. Because if he can, maybe he can make something happen. A lot of Eon Zerg units are over there in the bottom right, bottom left even. And he's pushing through. Eriador has a fantastic army. His army supply is almost doubling that of Eon Zerg's at the moment as he pushes into the natural. If he can get into the main here, he can do a ton of damage and he'll get all of the remaining tech. There's only a single sunken here to keep Eon Zerg alive. There's a lot of units coming in from behind, but Eriador is doing a ton of damage right now. The drone count obviously going to help, but there's an Archon and a single Reaper in the back. The Reaper doesn't have any Scarabs, unfortunately. But it looks like Eriador's done it. He's broken through the front of Eriador. There's not that many units back here to defend. And if he can take out the Hydralisk then, that means no more Lurkers. Well, there's still going to be Lurkers, I think, but no more Hydralisks. There's going to be no Spire. And unless there is an Ultralisk Cavern here, there is not going to be any attacking units outside of Zerglings. Now, there is a Defiler Mound, but the Defiler Mound is going to go down as long as Eriador gets into the main. And Eriador is killing it. Bonith couldn't do this well against Eon Zerg in the games we saw him play in the STPL, and Eriador's doing it, man. But look at this, Eon Zerg coming in with a lot of his units. I almost feel like Eriador should have moved all of his units into the main and used that choke point, but unfortunately gets caught out here in the middle. Crackling's going to do a ton of damage to the Zerglings, but look at the tech in the main. The spawning pool is going to go down. There is a single Lurker here defending against the Hive from going down, but losing the spawning pool, losing the Defiler Mound, going to be absolutely huge. No more Lings can be built. No, well, I think the only unit that Eon Zerg can actually build now is Queens, and a nice Storm going to take out a good number of those Lings, but it looks like he does save his Hive and his Queen's Nest. And if we have blessings, that's going to be able to look at Eon Zerg. He is going for the kill. He's going for a storm drop up here in the top left. He's not going to, he's going to drop one here and go over to this other base. He's going to try and hit both at once. Let's see the storms. Good storms on that base. No storms just here yet. But he is going to clear out most of the drones over in this top left-hand corner. And interestingly, still not storming over here, but look how crippled Eon Zerg is. He's lost his main, essentially. He's lost his natural. He's got no tech, and here we go, another storm drop up here. He doesn't have the energy on this High Templar, unfortunately, but does have another storm here to keep the, oh my god, is he going to save the, oh, I thought he was going to save that, that High Templar there, but unfortunately unable to. But look at Eriador. So Eon Zerg is crippled. His economy is in shambles. He's lost over half his drones. But Eriador is mining off of one base. This base is still quite healthy, but he needs to secure another base. And look at Eon Zerg. Eon Zerg has got his units trapped in the middle, but he's still got a relatively big army. But let's have a look at the storm count. Oh, he's making more Archons because he knows there's so many Lings here. But I think if Eon Zerg, if Eriador can hold this right-hand base, he is going to win this game because Eon Zerg is so far behind right now. And I don't believe he's actually got any tech back. So he's got his Hydralisk and his spawning pool, so that's something. Oh no, he's actually, oh my god, he gets 2 full energy High Templars. That is not something that Eriador wants to happen. But look at the Zealots. They have 3-1 upgrades now. Obviously, Eon Zerg has done a good job upgrading. He is on 2-2. But Eriador is looking to make the killing blow here. He needs to defend this base, though, because he needs to start mining. But can Eriador basically put the knife in? Or are we going to see Eon Zerg being able to hold on? There's going to be a drop going down to this right-hand base. But this top left base is everything for Eon Zerg right now. All of his tech is up there. It's at the furthest place away from Eriador. But if Eriador goes up here, he's going to find himself trapped as there will be no escape. But he's not fully gone up there just yet. He's only sending a couple of his units, but this does leave him open to a counterattack, and the aggressive tendencies of Eonzerg could come into effect. But look at this, Eriador going in for the kill move. Let's see if he can kill the tech once again. But look how big Eonzerg's army is. He's killed a huge number of Dragoons. The Storm's coming down at the back. The Archon's going to be absolutely pivotal in holding onto this position. The Storm's doing a ton of damage, but he's actually not got a lot of his army left. The supplies have plummeted for both players, but he's unable to break through at the moment. Eriador is unable to get this very important tech. He's struggling to trade well against the army. Good Storms, though, coming in at the back. Another Archon spawning. He does have an Observer, okay, so he can kill these Lurkers, but look at this. He's hiding the Lurker underneath the Overlords. It's not going to be enough. Looks like there was an attempted drop over here. It was defended, but more and more units coming up here for Eonzerg. He's trying to get the spawning pool again because he knows links are going to be incredibly important for Eonzerg right now. And the Archons hold steady for now, but are they going to be able to hold against all these units? No, they're not. The spawning pool still does survive, and Eriador's economy still isn't that great. More Zealots trying to rally in, but he does need to be careful. Eonzerg, his army supply is pretty high right now compared to Eriador's. And this is still on a knife edge. I thought Eriador had this for sure, but Eonzerg just had a perfect hold there by Eriador trapping his army in the top left-hand corner. And I mean, Eriador's economy is starting to come back into play, but losing that many units, he is on 3-1 upgrades, 0, just to let you know. Storm is going to be very important here, and if he can hold on to this final attack here, I think he should be in a good spot. Because Eonzerg still needs to try and do a little bit of damage. He needs to stop Eriador from mining, and if he's going to do it, this is the timing. He knows he killed a lot of Eriador's army, but these Archons doing so much damage. Oh my god, this game is so close. Oh no, this Lurker drop. This could be huge. There is a cannon here. Oh my god, there's Storms as well. Okay, so he should be fine. He needs to storm immediately though. If these Lurkers get shots off, they can do so much. So many probes going down. Oh my goodness, Eriador did not want that to happen, but he has killed Eonzerg's army in the middle. A single Lurker trying to drop down in the bottom right. Gonna kill the... Oh my god, is he gonna kill the Archon as well? Okay. Eonzerg still has not regained his main. He's not mining in his main either. There's still a ton of gas over here. He's not taken the top left or... What, sorry, the top right or bottom left bases. Eriador is moving more probes over. And he's got a shield battery now, so that's going to help heal up this Archon. This Archon was on very low shields, so very good. Oh, and this is going to be the move that could help win Eriador the game. He's going to move in with a ton of DTs, try and push forward through... Oh, he's not going to be able to break through those temples, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but this one Lurker is doing so much. There's no Observer over here. Okay, finally the Observer comes in. Oh no! The Templar! The Templar! Okay, he saves it. Right, we're good. We're good. DT is going to take out some of the units over here in the top right, but a Lurker once again getting ready to come in and do some critical damage on Eriador's economy. And this game has been one for the ages. An amazing game so far. Just realized I've been zoomed out this whole time as well. Let's look at the mining situation for Eriador. His third base is nearly mined out. Eonzerg is completely mined out in this top left base. His second natural is halfway done, and his other main is still pretty healthy. So, okay, we're going to have a storm drop in this top right location. There's already units coming in to defend this from Eonzerg. Can he get the high tempo out? He does. There's only one storm. He's not storming. Okay, he does get the storm and still gets a good number of drones. Eonzerg's economy isn't that great. The Eonzerg finally mining from his hive over here in the bottom left. There's a large number of units still for Eonzerg, but Eriador is still in a good place. Okay, I mean, the one blessing, as Age pointed out, is if Eriador had killed the tech once again in the top left, that would have been 100% game over, because he wouldn't have had enough, or he wouldn't have any units right now. But Eonzerg, He managed to hold on. Oh no, the lurker down here. No kills. Good pull away. But look, it forces a reaction from Eriador. He's going to have to send all his probes away. He cannot afford to lose these probes. These are the only mining probes he has. And look at this, the single Hydralisk causing hell. Because this Overlord as well, he's got no Corsair to push it away. But he is going to be able to kill the lurker. Look at this, he's just going to pick up and fly away. Eon Zerg is a boss. Now, okay, he shouldn't be able to do any damage down here in the bottom right, but the important thing is he's going to save it for another day. And this game is still going on, guys. I told you Eriador leads to some epic games, and this is 100% the truth here. We still only have 3-1 upgrades for him. 3-3 was never a search for Eon Zerg. Now, unfortunately, both armies are getting kind of caught up. Now, we are going to have the lurkers doing a lot of damage, so we're going to need a lot of Force Storms here. But Storm obviously going to do a huge amount. He's got a lot of energy on these High Templar. But unfortunately, he never got Kadarian Amulets, so there's not 3 Storms. Okay, so we've got nice Storms trading energy for units. Obviously going to be massive here for Eriador. But look at the spread of these lurkers by Eon Zerg. It's doing so much. But the Storm getting so many of the Hydralisks at the back. The Archons pushing forward. But Eon Zerg he's holding strong, I want to say. These lurkers are doing so much damage. He lost his Observer ran away. He almost should just forego these lurkers for now and just try and push forward. He's taking so much damage from the lurkers. His army is heavily damaged if he can get to this top left base. And if he can stop the... well, he needs to go to the top middle, actually. Eriador's stuck. He doesn't know where to attack. He knows the tech is in the top right. But the economy is in the top middle. But there's so many units for Eon Zerg still. But Archon's so good. Storm's so good as well, but the lurkers doing so much. Oh my god, the trades in this game have been ridiculous. And the Observer's gone down. He can't deal with the lurkers anymore. Oh my god, Eriador, please. Oh, I don't even know who I want to win. I want to see Eriador take a game off of Eon Zerg, but man, this game has been so close. I don't even know anymore. Eon Zerg holds on. He saves his bases again, kills yet another army from Eriador. But goddamn, why are they both Eriador and Eon Zerg? It's so hard to say them both. Okay, and then we have this lurker coming in. Oh my god, the probe? Oh, I thought the probe was going to kill the lurker. That would have been sick. Okay, both players gonna kind of normalize once again. Lurkers over here in the bottom right, or in the middle even. He's gonna go for a big drop, and we'll see. Well, I think he's gonna go for a drop even. A drop into the main wouldn't be too bad, but Eriador doesn't actually have that many units. Eon Zerg is still mining from 2 bases, so we're down to a 2 base versus 1 base economy. And I think it's all gonna come down to this final engagement, because Eon Zerg looks like he wants to go and win the game. He's going to bring a lot of Overlords over here. If he can go into the main and kill the heartland of the Protoss building, he could definitely win. Now, there is a probe. Keeping an eye out for this Overlord. He wants to make sure he doesn't lose his economy. But here is a drop in the top right-hand location. He's going to pick it up. There's barely any anti-air here for Eriador, unfortunately. There's going to be another drop coming in here with a lurker. And this is the moment Eon Zerg's going to do it. He's pushed a lot of units of Eriador over onto the right-hand side of the map. He's going to go in from the left, go in from 2 angles, and see if he can break the final remaining bases here of Eriador. He's going to get these two gateways in the middle of the map. And could this be a little bit too much for Eon Zerg now? Eriador, unfortunately, his fight management wasn't perfect. He's actually lost a ton of probes to this lurker. Man, Eon Zerg is so good. Oh my god, that Storm though. But is this just too many Zerg units? I think it might be. Unfortunately, wait. I can't even tell anymore. Oh my god, whiff storms. The lurkers are going to do so much. Magic boxing storms there, not killing the lurkers because it was overlapping. I think Eon Zerg's done it. An amazingly well played game by him. Eriador was so close to taking out the #1 foreigner Zerg at the moment. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. GG, Eriador taps out, and Eon Zerg takes an absolutely amazing game number 3. Now, there was a drop there before. I think I may have missed it, but either way, that was an incredibly good game. I'm really proud of Eriador for being able to do that against Eon Zerg as well. Like, Eon Zerg, without a doubt, is one of the best foreign Zergs right now. So really well played by Eriador, but really well played by Eon Zerg to win that. And that's going to take us into game number 4. When we get back after this short break, it's going to be Warrior versus Dragon, although it's going to be hard to follow up that game. So see you guys in just a couple of minutes. Neo Arkanoid also makes its appearance in STPL Season 2, a map from 2006. It's from the OGN Star League from back then, one of the early OSLs. And it's a semi-island map. I think one of the first of its kind that got major use after about the year 2004. It's one of a kind. I don't think I've ever seen another map like it. There's temples and power generators absolutely everywhere, making it very difficult to get through the middle of the map. But air units, of course, going to be very important here. The one problem all 3 races are going to have is the very easy to take second and third base. Okay, fans of ZVP, you are in luck. We are about to head into game number 4. It's going to be another ZVP. Obviously, NaS have taken the series 3-0, but Red are still going to get a chance to put a win on the board. It's going to be quite difficult here for Warrior, unfortunately. Warrior, obviously, a really cool streamer. He streams a lot of Doom. So if you want to watch some Doom gameplay, he does speedruns of that. It's really interesting to watch. He's very knowledgeable about that. He is a great clan leader. He is very well organized. But so far in the STPL, statistically, he hasn't done too well. He usually only steps in when they're missing a 4th player. And it's going to be difficult because his opponent is going to be a captain's match. It's going to be Warrior versus Dragon. And Dragon is ranked 9 in the STPL. He is currently 74% win rate overall. He has got 8 wins, 5 losses against Zerg. And overall, he is one of the best Protosses in North America. So it's going to be tough, but we're going to be heading into Whiteout to finish this off. We've had one CVP here so far where Hawk took down Tech. That was a really fun game, if you did miss that. And this should be a fun game regardless. So let's get into our final game of this evening. It's Warrior versus Dragon. Okay, starting us off here in the top right hand position, we do have the Red Zerg fighting for Red. It's their captain. It's Warrior. And his opponent spawning over here in the teal Protoss, we do have NaS's captain. It's Dragon. Now, I'd just like to take this opportunity as we kind of get going in the game to say once again a huge shout out to both of our sponsors, Liquipedia. for the $500 initial donation towards the prize pool and Matcherino as well, I'm going to type in !donate, and the reason for that is if you do want to, of course you can support us via Patreon, but if you want to add some money to the prize pool completely free, what you can do is you can follow that Matcherino link and put the code listed there in the coupon code box on the contribute page, and you can add 50 cents to the prize pool completely free. We have 200 of those codes, so please make sure you're getting them used, guys, because we want to make use of them all, because obviously if we use them all, that's an additional $100 towards the prize pool, and the quicker we use them, the more chance there is of getting some more from Matcherino as well. So I can see the prize pool is currently up at $75.50. Obviously that's $575 overall. So we've already actually used $25.50 worth of coupons. So huge shout outs to Des, who actually made a $50 donation as well. So get those codes in, guys. There's absolutely no excuse. I can see there's 104 of you, and if every single one of you followed that link and put that code in completely free, all you have to do is log in with your Twitch account. They don't do anything untoward with your account details. They are completely above board. We will get an additional $50 to the prize pool, so it's well worth doing, and it shows Matcherino that Brood War is not a dead game, and StarCraft Remastered is worth them supporting. So Warrior is going to push out with some links here on the map. Sorry, I wasn't paying too much attention to the early build. I think it was an overpull into a hatchery. Fairly normal from Warrior, maybe a 9 pull actually, given the timing of these lings. But Dragon, already prepared for this, going to have 2 cannons and a Nexus. You can see the lings pulling away immediately. And supposedly my stream just lost all the viewers, so my dashboard's a bit buggy. Oh yeah, the 100 minerals worth of Germans, that was funny. Yeah, I was worried my stream had gone down for a second. I was like, whoa, this is bad. But yeah, the 100 minerals worth of Germans was probably one of my favorite like dumb things I've ever said, I think. Like solar casting especially, the dumbness just sort of comes out because you're trying to think of stuff to say, and sometimes when the games are a little bit slower, you don't know what to say and your mind just starts racing and you're like, okay, don't say anything stupid, and then it happens. Like, you know, it's kind of funny the stuff that Rapid puts up with to cast with me as well, because I say some I say some really silly things. I don't really think about what I say sometimes, so see ya, Aggie. Have a good day at work. Thank you for tuning in to support the stream as always. Okay, so everything's looking pretty normal on the Zerg side in terms of what Dragon's doing. Everything is normal as well. I'd just like to take this opportunity as well to thank all of you for tuning in. If you can support monetarily, obviously that would be appreciated, but the best way you can support if you don't have obviously disposable income, which is fine, is follow the STPL on Twitter at STPL TV, subscribe on YouTube at STPL TV, youtube.com/STPL TV obviously, and just tune in to watch the stream. And if you can be active in chat as well, it all helps. I'm trying to get partner status on Twitch to try and help grow the STPL that way as well, and essentially looking for sponsors moving the STPL forward after season 2 as well. The more people we have interacting with the content, the more people we have watching, the more people we have just chatting in general, it all looks good to potential sponsors, and the bigger we can grow Brood War, the better. Obviously BSL by Zero has the wonderful support of Blizzard. I'm not quite there at that stage yet, but I'm looking to try and get as much statistical info as I possibly can about the stream over this season, and we'll see what happens. But third base coming up for Warrior. We've got Lair up for him already. Spire is up, or Spire at least is building. So a fairly standard ZVP opening here. Now Dragon has some of the best Zerg versus Protoss and Protoss versus Zerg outside of Korea. He does play both matchups extensively. So he's got a lot of experience in both. And Warrior is certainly up against the ring here, but hopefully, or up against the ropes, I would say. But so far, he's not taken a huge amount of damage. Dragon is pretty well known for going for a lot of timing attacks when he gets +1 attack. We do have the Citadel coming in with Zealot leg speed. There's going to be a Corsair already out on the map. Going to do a little bit of scouting. Gonna see that there's no Hydra Den just yet, so... Oh, there is, sorry. I thought there was a hatchery. But 4th hatchery coming up. 5th hatchery should be coming up as well soon after this. And just overall a very standard PvZ. And yeah, as game points out, it is a captain's match, so leader versus leader. So a lot of pride on the line here. Obviously Red will be looking to try and get the win to help them with their score overall in the season. But Red have been up against some really amazing teams already, so I'm sure they're not too worried. And one of Red's major things throughout the entire tournament is, regardless of if they win or not, as far as I'm aware, all their players have fun. And I know this is a serious competition, but at the end of the day, as long as the players are actually having fun, I'm having fun. Because if players were finding this boring and they didn't enjoy playing anymore, it wouldn't be fun to cast. So it's always good to see games like Eon Zerg versus Eriador, for instance. And even games like this, Warrior may be statistically a little bit the underdog here, but Warrior's going to put his best in, as he always does whenever he plays. He always tries his best, and that's, for us viewers, the best we could possibly ask for, because the better someone tries, or the more someone tries, the better the games are. We're going to have Dragon go for this +1 timing attack. +1 should actually be almost finished. There we go. It just finished as I clicked on the Zealot. And he's going to get into the 3rd base. There is a Sunken there already. Nice drone block so far by Warrior, but unfortunately the Zealots are going to go on top of the Sunken. But the Hydra's pop at the perfect time. And he's actually going to be able to hold on to this base, I believe. It is going to be difficult. There is more Zealots coming in. And the Sunken goes down. But he's not taken any drone damage just yet, so things are not looking too bad. But look at this, Dragon with great micro on his Zealot's going to be able to take down all of the Hydralisks. Another 2 creep colonies coming down. And yeah, things certainly aren't looking great for Warrior, but he has done a relatively good job keeping his drones alive. But this is where the scales can start to tip. We do have a lot of Hydralisks coming up here. So he is going to be able to hold on, but at what cost? He's lost around 5 drones, I believe it is. Obviously, he lost the 2 drones from the Sunkens that died, and the extra one from the Sunken that died. But he is going to hold on to his 3rd base. That is overall the important thing, because it does leave him with 2 hatcheries for him to macro off of. He's going to be able to re-drone pretty quickly. But it's about this Corsair count now. The Hydras are out of position. They're not in a place to actually deal with these, deal with the Corsairs. So a lot of the Overlord's going to go down. Nice splitting though by Warrior, going to at least help a little bit. And the Corsairs are going to get caught here. They are going to get all of the Overlords though, and this is not something as Warrior you can really afford to have happen. But you just can't really do anything about it when all of your Hydras are sent over here. And look, he's going to lose another... Oh, I thought he was going to lose another Overlord. Okay, it looks like Warrior has had enough. He is going to go for a counter. There is 4 cannons here. And there's actually 4 High Templar. But do they have Storm energy yet? One of them does. 2 okay, 3 of them have Storm. But let's see if Warrior can do this. Dragon is going to be prepared. And it looks like he's not going to be able to push forward. Nice splitting on his Hydras. Going to make it a little bit harder to go for those Storms. And maybe if he pulls in at the right time, he could possibly do something. Maybe an ambush in the... Okay, I'd say an ambush, but obviously Zealots are faster than the Templar, so that's not really going to work. But look at the units fighting. Just an example of what the forest looks like. You have no idea what's going on. Oh my god, he actually gets 2 of the High... Wait. Oh my god, he saves the High Templar in the tree. He doesn't know it's there. Oh my goodness, but he is going to take out another one of the High Templar here. Oh, and that High Templar came out from his hiding spot. Is going to go down. That was a really nice engagement by Warrior. I mean, he is down a ton of supply. His economy is still in shambles. He's not been able to drone up down here yet. And he's actually still supply blocked because the Corsairs keep killing all of his overlords. But there we go. GG. Warrior taps out. A nice attempt at a hold there. But unfortunately, Dragon was just a little bit too far ahead. And that's obviously going to round out the series with a 4-0 victory for NaS even. I think if you were to take a look at the series, I would definitely say that realistically, you would expect NaS to win. They were one of the stronger teams. They are one of the strongest teams outside of Korea. But Red did a good job. They had some really close games. Ariador nearly taking out Eon Zerg. That's ridiculous. Really, really nice game by him. Just another quick look over the results, and then we can close down the stream for the evening. But it's been great fun. I've really enjoyed having you all here. Hopefully you've enjoyed the casting as well. I know we lost Rapid about halfway through, but he needed some sleep, which is all well and good. So, having a look at the results, Sugo took down Horitos, Terra took down LML, Ariador took down, Eon Zerg took down Ariador. I keep saying the names around the wrong way. And Dragon took down Warrior. Once again, a huge thank you to all of you who have tuned in. A huge thank you to all the new followers as well. Anyone who's possibly put in the Matcherino code. I'm going to plug it one more time, guys. There is no excuse. Follow this Matcherino link. It doesn't cost you a penny. And put in the code LSTPL. And that will add 50 cents to the prize pool at no cost to you. It's completely free. If we get everyone in the chat to put a code in, that's 111 50 cents, which I really should be able to answer this, but it's late. It's 11:30. I don't want to do maths on stream either. But yeah, it's like, if all of you add that in, that'll be $55.50 added to the prize pool right now. So go and put in that code. Once again, a huge shout out as well to our other sponsor, Liquipedia, for the initial $500 to the prize pool. And a huge thank you to the players, as without them, I wouldn't have any games to cast. So thank you so much. And I will see you guys on Wednesday, same time, same place, for some more STPL action. See you guys very soon.